Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Tuesday, the 19th of July 2022. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Mystic Fairy Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say about Tuesday and what energy you'll be working with. So I'm just going to shuffle these a few times and choose 3 cards to see what's coming up here. Okay, first card is the 7 of Pentacles, which I think we had yesterday. Oh, a card that's hidden. And then the Wheel of Fortune. That's really interesting because that would have been a shuffling error that this card was back to front. You see they're all one way here except this one card. And that to me is significant when that kind of thing happens in a reading. So the 7 of Pentacles, usually I interpret that as you've done a lot of good work and now it's time to reap the rewards and the benefits of that hard work. But I think it appeared in yesterday's reading through the Herbal Tarot, or it may be, yeah, it was yesterday. And that said that there's a lot of work yet to be done, that there are things that you can work towards. So it's interesting to me that you're in this space where you have come a long way and you can see how far you've come and how much work you've done. But that puts you on a kind of plateau where you can now look to the future and say, if I do any work moving forward, what is that going to bring me? It's almost like you can see the outcome that you're trying to create. It's like you're able to play the tape forward, you're a visionary, and you realize that, okay, if I work in this direction, or if I move along this path now, I'm going to get the outcome that I want. It's all very clear to you, and because this is an earth card, it kind of shows you the practical steps you need to take to achieve your goals. So with that card, being a visionary and saying, what is it that I want to do in future? Something is revealed. You're able to flip this card over, and I'm going to see what the card is all about in a minute. But I think the key message here is that something which has been hidden to you so far is no longer hidden, and it becomes crystal clear. And it's by following this process or surfing this kind of wave, which moves in anyway, you're able to transform your destiny and the way your life looks in future in a very, very significant and meaningful way. So let's look at what is revealed. The 2 of Wands. Okay, the 2 of Wands is a card that says I need to take charge of my life if I want to move in a direction that makes me happy. If I want to fulfill my life purpose, at some point in my life, I'm going to have to stop arguing with other people here and play fighting. And I'm going to have to take control of my circumstances, take accountability and responsibility for my life, regardless of anyone else, because I need to hold on to this wand. And that's then what supports me in walking this new path that is going to land me in a land or a country or in a setting that's totally foreign to what I'm used to, and I get to choose wherever I go. So if the future does seem like a foreign land, if it seems like, oh, I can't visualize what it would be to have a job that I enjoy, or I don't know what it even would feel like to be a non-smoker, or I can't even imagine what it would be like to live in South Africa. I just can't picture that. That's what's kind of revealed to you. So if you work, one, on visualizing what could be and what you want, and then practically researching those things, you'll start to get a feel for what that could be like, and it gives you hope that you can actually do it and achieve it. And it's kind of the promise that if you make changes and if you all use your existing resources and you channel them in a different direction, you're going to be in a very different situation. Here we've got the Wheel of Fortune with all the signs of the zodiac around. So if you're over here, you can land there. If you're down here, you can stay in the same place, or you can move up here. So really, the world is your oyster. But at the center of this wheel, again, we've got a sun. And the sun is your solar plexus chakra. And the thing that determines whether this is going to happen for you on this day or not is, am I willing to take control of my own life and the responsibility that comes along with that, as in I'm going to have to make these changes, I'm going to have to make the phone calls and do the legwork. And if the answer is yes, I am willing to do that, then there's nothing stopping you. Okay, so the Seven of Pentacles is the seventh card in the Suit of Pentacles, which is an Earth card. So it gives you the ability to succeed in your actual work, anything you're working on, anything to do with the physical body, the physical realm, the world, and anything that sort of exists in some sort of tangible format. So it means that pretty much anything that exists on this planet, if you have an interest in it, you can work either towards attaining it or changing it, or you can create more abundance and ease and security in your life. And like I mentioned a moment ago with yesterday's meaning of the work is still ahead of you, it's a unique position to be in. Here we've got this fairy with all these mice around her, and they're working together to kind of weave this, I don't know, basket or whatever it may be. So she's actually in the middle of work as well. The key thing is to only work at things that you're interested in and that you think are going to be useful in the future. And things will come together. It's like the world extends itself to you to say, here are your options. If you're able to dream it and see it in your mind's eye, the world is going to kind of deliver the solutions to you. So I really love that because, you know, the world was kind of created for us. Like, think of, you know, like, let's say you have a dream that you want to go to Florence in Italy, right? You say, okay, I want to go there. And you say, I don't know any of the details, but I'm just going to make that happen. You book the flight, you get over there. You get off the airport, there'll be taxis waiting for you to take you wherever you want to go. There are hotels and eateries everywhere to feed you and to house you. The whole thing is designed for you to exist in that space and for you to fulfill your dream. There'll be doctors there if you need one. There'll be a dentist if you have a toothache. The whole thing is set up for human beings to be able to realize their hopes and dreams, regardless of where you are on the planet. And by looking at it that way, that everything is designed to kind of work in your favor, it's that sense of course it's going to work out because the world wants me to succeed and it's really made for me. If you're able to embrace that and affirm it, that's what gives you a sense of not just confidence, but ease in this whole process. That kind of positive thinking then reveals this card, which says it's easy for me to take charge of my life. It's easy for me to plan ahead and to live my life purpose. It's so interesting that, you know, usually the Two of Wands is a young man holding the world in the palm of his hand and he's looking out to sea. And it's about, I need to take control of my world, my life, in order to move ahead. And this is the only deck where I see two people arguing. They're like kind of play fighting over the wands, right? So the key thing is not to let yourself be distracted by the wants and needs of other people. That's really the only thing on this day that's going to slow you down or hold you back. So if you're able to avoid that and just kind of continue on your own path and let your own guidance move you along, it's almost like there's a current in place anyway. And if you just kind of align yourself with that and let it carry you along, you'll find that you're moving towards the Wheel of Fortune. And I always mention the number 10 here because it is the 10th card in the Major Arcana. But the 10 I see as a crossroads. So let's say you're walking up the path, you get to this crossroads thing. You can say, do I go left, straight on, or right? And that's the choice. Are you going to keep things the same because everything is blissful and perfect, which it could be? Or are you going to change something by moving to the right or taking a risk and trying out something new by going straight ahead? Ultimately, it's your choice. And if you do decide to do things differently, you'll land in a very different environment. So this is about having faith in the world and having faith in yourself that if you do things differently, you're going to get a different outcome and that the world can surprise you with something positive and delightful. You know, if you're in the land of Sagittarius or Capricorn here and you want to change and you land in the realm of Leo, then you're going to be in this kind of summer. And if you're just used to winter, then that's going to be a very different life experience and it may delight you or you may think it's too hot. But the key is that you're trying something new. And that life isn't just a the same environment and the same people and the same job. Life can really surprise you regardless of your age. So take charge of it, and that responsibility is going to pay off hugely, because the world wants to deliver something that's surprising and unique and enchanting as such. Number-wise, we've got 7 and 2 is 9, and 10 is 19. 1 and 9 is 10, and 10 reduces to 1 in numerology. 1 is the vibration of the pioneer, the boss, the authority figure, the independent operator, the person who does things on their own. So it's this, it's I take responsibility for my life, I take charge of my life and my circumstances, and then I'll be able to make progress. And in the tarot, the first card in the major arcana is the magician. So the magician listens to his higher self, and then he channels that information into the practical world. So how can I manifest my hopes and dreams? That's really the question. That ask yourself that, and the universe, your higher self, and the world, they will provide the solutions. Amazing. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on Book Your Reading to audio reading with me. I use the tarot, numerology, and astrology in my personal reading. So if you have any questions about your life purpose, or moving, or relationships, or the ideal career, then please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.